YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Booba and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Hope you guys are having an incredible day. Up next on the list of player reviews, we're gonna go ahead and check out the new Kaiser Evolution card for none other than Virgil Van Dijk. Van Dijk is a 92 rated card. He has the lengthy acceleration type, right footed with 2-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. Now, as you guys know, with the new evolution, it is completely free to complete, and Van Dijk is currently going on the market for 45,000 coins. I feel like a lot of people might even have him untradeable in the club, man, and with the upgrades, he does seem to be like a really good option for the Evo. Looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about this. He is a 92 rated card, but he doesn't have one 92 rated stat. But compared to his regular rare gold card, he does get some pretty decent upgrades. He does get a +7 to his pace, a +3 to shooting, a +10 for both his passing and dribbling, a +2 for his defending, and then also a +2 for his physicality. On top of that, boys, he does also get the intercept playstyle plus, and as you guys know, at the start of FC 25, Van Dijk was probably the best center back to use. Now, he does have 85 pace overall with 72 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. Now, at this stage of FC 25, man, 72 acceleration for a center back is not ideal. He does have the lengthy acceleration type, so personally, I would go ahead and recommend the Shadow Chem style to max out his sprint speed and to get a really nice upgrade to his acceleration. It's going to be really interesting to test out just how fast he is in game and whether or not the recovery speed is still good enough to use in game. Now, if you do want to incorporate him a little bit more like a ball-playing center back, the 81 passing is going to be a really important stat, and for the most part, he does have some pretty decent passing stats. 76 vision, 91 short pass, and 98 long pass with the long ball pass playstyle. I feel like those cross diagonals might be a little bit underrated with the card. As you guys know, when it comes to a center back's dribbling, the reactions and composure are the two most important stats, and he does have 90 for both. If you are maybe coming up against like your smaller, more agile type of strikers, might be a little bit more difficult to control Van Dijk, but hopefully he is still very responsive. And then last but not least, boys, the 91 defending and 88 physical, the two standout stats for the card. I mean, he does have some insane defensive stats. 90 interceptions, 90 defensive awareness, and 91 stand tackle with the intercept playstyle plus. I'm pretty sure if you go ahead and give the card the Shadow Chem style, it does max out the majority of his defensive stats, which is really nice to see. And when you go ahead and pair that with his physicality, man, he should be an absolute tank at the back. 95 strength and 87 aggression for the card. I will say 74 stamina, not the greatest for the card. He does have the relentless playstyle, which is definitely going to add a little bit, but maybe around like the 60-70th minute, he might be in need of a super sub, man, so definitely keep that in mind. Now, in terms of playstyles, he does have 9 different playstyles, the intercept and aerial playstyle pluses. And for me personally, boys, I think that for a center back, that's actually a really nice combo to have. And then he does also have the power header, long ball pass, jockey, block, anticipate, bruiser, and relentless. So for me personally, boys, I feel like the only thing that the card is really missing is maybe the quick step playstyle to really help out with acceleration as well. But other than that, man, for a center back at this current stage of FC 25, a really solid setup. When it comes to his player roles, he does have the most important player role plus as that defender. And then you can also use him as a ball playing defender. And with the technical upgrade with this card, man, I feel like he could actually thrive in that player role as well. Now, as of recording the video, he is currently going on the market for 45,000 coins. The evolution is completely free to complete. And with the upgrades, the evolution is actually quite similar to some of the other special cards that you can go ahead and pick up off of the market that are like 500, 600,000 coins. So with the upgrades, if you do want a special version of Virgil Van Dijk, man, it does actually seem to be pretty good value. If you guys do enjoy these FC 25 player reviews and you want to see more of them on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like. Turn on that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. This is the team we're going to be using in Foot Champions to test out the new Van Dijk card. We're going to be playing him at the center back position in the 4-3-3 formation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Van Dijk Evolution card. We are coming up against Ruud, Hulle, Alvarez, Eusebio, Schneider, Sawa, Salah. It's a very strong team. But yeah, man, the plan is to go ahead and incorporate him as that defender in the 4-3-3 formation. Because he does have really good reactions and composure, we are going to try to do as much manual defending with the card as possible. So hopefully, with the upgrades, he actually makes a really good center back. Now, with Van Dijk, he does have a very big pace split, man. So we did go ahead and give him the Shadow Chem style. Really good interception right there. The intercept playstyle plus going to be really important for the card. Now, very early on in the game, we're going to go ahead and go for that cross diagonal. He does have the long ball pass playstyle. Oh my gosh, boys, that's actually a great ball. I don't know how his defender actually got in front of Grimaldo right there, but if you are struggling to break down your opponent, that's a really good thing to go ahead and use. Now, as you guys know, I do have a really bad habit of stepping with my center backs, but when you have Virgil Van Dijk in your starting 11, I feel like you can kind of get away with it. Now, whenever we do a player review on a center back, it can be a little bit repetitive, just like consistently showing like the tackles and stuff like that. So if you guys do also want to see the highlights, the goals, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, we do have a corner in the 18th minute, man, 6'4" with the aerial playstyle plus. It's only right that we try to go ahead and whip it into him. A little bit more power behind it. Van Dijk should be able to win the header cleared off of the lineman. If you are really good at corners, he's going to be a perfect player for that. Virgil Van Dijk, a little bit of manual defending. That's a great tackle, boys. I love the fact that he has to anticipate. It's also going to allow us to maybe spring into a counter attack. Dalglish, first time over the top through ball. Onana. Good touch. We'll just go ahead and drop it back, though. King Kenny, finesse shot. Why not? It's off of the crossbar, boys. It's not bad, man. Van Dijk with a really good tackle. Check me out, boys. Just to switch it up a little bit. Check me out. Virgil Van Dijk. We got him making that run. He's not going to pick it up, boys. Great attacking positioning. Little L2, R2 tap back onto his left foot. We'll take it, man. We'll take it. Obviously not what you're going to do with your center back, man, but it's a tidy finish. Now, we do have to defend the kickoff glitch, man. Virgil Van Dijk, a little bit of recovery speed. Oh, you know what, man? That actually did really well right there to get back into position. I will say he isn't the quickest of center backs I've ever used, but with his lengthy acceleration type, I feel like he can get back into position pretty comfortably. Sebio. He does have a couple runners, man. Alvarez. It's a great tackle, man. I feel like he's one of the most consistent center backs when it comes to, like, you know, like tackling in and around the box, you know, winning the 50-50 duels. Plays that through the middle. Does have that runner, man. I just feel like the positioning on the card when it comes to, like, being in the right place at the right time is just top tier. Van Dijk again. This guy is starting to move the ball a little bit more quickly in the final third. He's going to try to play that through. I try to go for a slide tackle, man. He's going to find the back of the net. My defending right there should have been a little bit better, but I feel like we low-key could have gotten the interception. Grimaldo. Now Grimaldo's making that run, boys. Cross diagonal. Just got to time it. It might be a little bit central. It might be perfect, boys. It might be perfect, boys. We'll take that. Like I said, man, if you are struggling to break down your opponent, those cross diagonals are actually really good to use. EA did nerf them a little bit, but I mean, if you can time it just before like your player gets into an offside position, it's very, very OP. You might play it to Sebio. Here's where the recovery speed comes into place. It's not bad, boys. Not bad. I feel like his acceleration, for the most part, has not been a problem at all. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, and so far, so good. I think that is safe to say, man. For 45,000 coins, a really good center back to have in your starting 11. Now, obviously, if you do have, like, a Team of the Year Van Dijk, a Team of the Year Saliba center backs like that, then obviously you don't have to complete the evolution. But if you are a little bit on a budget and you do want a very solid center back in game, I think that he's a perfect option for the Evo. Now, let's see if we can maybe get off to a good start in game number 1, boys. Check me out. Onana, lovely football, boys. We'll take that. Now, this guy does have foot birthday, Rafael, and then also Vinny Jr. Team of the Year. It's a good tackle right there from Virgil. Now, we did signal McManaman to make that run. Van Dijk, a little bit of composure right there. Cross diagonal. With this 5-star weak foot, we do win the header, man. Like I said, if you are struggling to break down your opponent, a really good thing to go ahead and use. Van Dijk up against Onana. I try to reverse it. Oh, that's great manual defending right there, boys. And again, the physical side to his game is just so good. I feel like in those 50-50 duels, maybe if you are coming up against like a taller, more physical type of center back, it doesn't matter. Like, he still wins the majority of those duels. He might just try to run with Vinny right here. Van Dijk, look at the recovery speed, man. Like I said, boys, I mean, a lot of people are probably going to be worried about his acceleration, but in game, he is still very quick. Little cross diagonal right there as well. Grimaldo, lovely first touch. I'm actually going to go for a cutback into Dalglish. Finesse shot. I should have played one more pass, man. I think one more pass and we were in. Not before halftime, boys. Not before halftime. Oh, he's played that really well. Virgil Van Dijk. There goes the recovery speed, man. Great tackle again. A little bit of patient build-up, man. Sometimes you don't have to force it. Just going to take our space with Van Dijk. R3 touch. It's a little bit risky, man, but it doesn't matter. Reverse pass into Maradona is really good as well. One more. Andre Onana. I'm just going to go for a regular shot. He did get the block, man. Unlucky. I kid you not, boys. If you can't afford like his foot birthday or his Team of the Year, man, this is a really good evolution to go ahead and complete. A little cross diagonal again into Grimaldo. Might be able to win the header. There it is, boys. Now played out wide. Rafael, just run it. Gonna try to go near post. He's actually got the save. He moved his goalkeeper, but he still got the save. Yeah, this guy's starting to push a lot more bodies forward. That's a great block, man. I mean, again, in the right place at the right time. Ooh, Adeyemi, the speed boost. We're not gonna catch up, are we? He's going to get the lucky rebound as well, man. We got to defend a little bit better right there. But obviously, if you are coming up against like players like Adeyemi and stuff like that, Van Dijk probably not going to catch up, especially late in the game. I think that was a really good highlight of definitely something that can happen with the card if you do keep him on the full 90 minutes. There it is, boys. That's a great tackle. Counter-attacking football. Maradona. We do have Onana making that run. I think that's a smart move, right? Just play it. Onana, cut it across. Lovely football, boys. We'll take that. Van Dijk, a great tackle and a great counter-attack. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new Virgil Van Dijk Evolution card in a few games of FUT Champions. And I will say, for the price, man, a very solid center back to go ahead and pick up. I feel like out of all the players that you can go ahead and use in the Evolution, there are some really unique options, man. But Virgil Van Dijk, I feel like, is going to be the most popular one. Now, if we go ahead and dissect his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we did give the card the Shadow Chem style, man. And I feel like it's the only Chem style that's going to work with him. As you guys know, he does have a bit of a pace split, 72 acceleration and 95 sprint speed. So it is really important to get the most out of his acceleration. acceleration. And with the lengthy acceleration type, he was actually quite quick in game, man. I feel like the recovery speed is still really good with him. The only real letdown for the card is that late in the game with the 74 stamina, I mean, the pace just isn't up there, man, so you would probably have to sub him off. Now, as you guys know, with the Evo, he does get a really nice upgrade to his passing and dribbling, and for the most part, man, his passing was quite accurate in game. As you guys saw in some of those highlights, the cross diagonals are still really good to go ahead and use, especially with the long ball pass playstyle. And on top of that, he is also a very responsive center back, man. Very easy to control, man, so if you are really good at manual defending, I think that he's a really good option for you. Now, as you guys can see with the Shadow Chem style, we are very close to maxing out a lot of defensive stats. 98 interceptions, 94 defensive awareness, and then 99 for both the stand tackle and slide tackle. And the one thing that I absolutely love with Van Dijk is that he just works so well this year in FC 25, man. The intercept playstyle plus a great addition for the card. Very good at breaking up the play and advancing the ball forward. Very consistent in the tackle as well. And when you pair that with the strength and aggression, man, it makes it very difficult to get past him, man. An absolute tank at the back. Overall, boys, I'm going to go ahead and give the card a 9 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him at the center back position in the 4-3-3 formation. Now, as you guys know, in order to complete the Evo, it is completely free, man. And Van Dijk is currently going on the market for 45,000 coins. So for 45,000 coins to get yourself a center back that is 92 rated Virgil Van Dijk with 2 really effective playstyle pluses as well is a huge W in my opinion. The only real letdowns that I did notice with the card is the fact that his stamina is a little bit lower and that the acceleration at this stage of FC 25 is not where it's supposed to be. But other than that, man, with his defensive stats and then also 2 really effective playstyle pluses, I feel like he's still very much usable in game. Now, out of all the players that you can go ahead and use in the Evolution, I think that it's safe to say that he is easily a top 3 option. Now, very quickly, boys, I just want to go ahead and compare this card to his road to the knockout. Now, his road to the knockout is currently going on the market for like 900,000 coins. If we compare the two cards, that one does have the aerial and the bruiser playstyle pluses. I mean, for me personally, boys, aerial intercept really good. The Evolution does have a +2 when it comes to his pace, a +6 when it comes to passing and dribbling. And then with the road to the knockout card, he does have a +2 when it comes to his defending and physicality. So as you guys can see, very similar cards in that sense, but this one is only 45,000 coins to complete. If you do have him untradeable in the club, or if you can pick him up off of the market for 45,000 coins, man, I think that it's a really good Evolution to go ahead and complete, and I would definitely recommend them. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.